Hello, and welcome to another sleep-deprived musical! Woo, woo, woo! We're recording this time and audio is being picked up. Welcome to Urinetown. Not this place, of course. The musical. So we start off our show with a guy talking to the crowd. His name? Officer Lockstock. He's just here to explain some stuff to us before the show starts. He's talking about this place called Urinetown. It's a mythical place, you understand, a bad place. A place you won't see until Act 2, and then, well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. But Urinetown, the musical, here we are. Welcome. It takes place in a town like any town you might find in a musical. This here's the first setting for the show. As the sign says, because there's a sign in the background, this is a public amenity, meaning public toilet. These people have been waiting hours just to get in. It's the only amenity they can afford to get into. So basically, there's this company called Urine Good Company, and they run private toilets, and you have to pay to pee due to a water shortage. Speaking of which, say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the people about the water shortage? What's that, little Sally? You know, the water shortage, the hard times, the drought. A shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable. A premise so absurd that, whoa there, little Sally. They'll hear more about it, the shortage in the next scene. Oh, I guess you wouldn't want to fill them with too much exposition, huh? So that's the name of the first song is Too Much Exposition, because they're giving little Sally and Officer Lockstock are giving the audience too much exposition as the narrators. Really a funny show here, man. Officer Lockstock makes a joke about how nothing can kill a show like too much exposition, and little Sally goes, bad subject matter, because the show's called Urinetown, or a bad title even. That could kill a show pretty good. Okay, but later on, we'll learn that there's this public amenities, blah 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 blah. They're controlled, and you can't just go in the bushes either because there's laws against it. And little Sally here is collecting pennies to be able to go to the bathroom. Meanwhile, there's this girl, and she's asking, do you know how I can get to the UGC building, which is the headquarters for Urine Good Company? And we meet our two main characters. This girl, Hope, is asking for directions to UGC. And Bobby, who answers her, it's just down there. Blah, 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 blah. We move on with the scene. Officer Lockstock and Little Sally explain some more before they start the opening, like the actual opening song. You are humble audience, you have come to see what it's like when people can't be free, can't be free. First act, okay, yeah, we're done. So then we start off with a scene, Little Sally, like the first, like, actual scene where actual stuff's happening. Little Sally's counting her pennies, and she's asking people for a penny so she could pay to go to the bathroom. We see this guy, Mr. Old Man Strong, Bobby's father, Bobby Strong, Bobby, main character's father, telling, this lady, Miss Pennywise, who runs these public toilets, she's in charge, this amenity number 9. Where this, one of the main scenes for this. Amenity number 9, the poorest and filthiest amenity in town. She's like, well, you can't get in without it. He doesn't have the money. You know I'm good for it. Why don't you just this once? Let me in. And then we get to our first song. Times are hard, our cash is tight, you've got no right, I've heard it all before. Just this once is once too much, cause once you wanna once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. So if you gotta go, you got to go through me. It's a privilege to pee. So that's a song, and by the end of the song, Old Man Strong pees on the amenity instead of paying to get in. Whoa, that's illegal. Okay. So the cops show up, they start to take him away. He's screaming, what have I done? What have I done? Remember me, boy, to his son, Bobby, the main character. Remember me! So the first scene is, this guy getting arrested and us learning about paying to pee. Next scene, so Hope, our other main character, arrives at the UGC, where we find that she is the daughter of Caldwell B. Cladwell, who is the, CEO. He runs Urine Good Company. He runs these private toilets. He is the one making everyone pay for the thing. And she just finished college, and she now has a job as a fax copy secretary for her dad's company. A couple very weird jokes are made. Really, really uncomfortable jokes are made, but we sing a song about Mr. Cladwell, her father, and how good of a person he is. Well, you're so godly, oddly, and they mention going to Rego a lot because instead of testing to fix the water shortage, because people have to pay to go to the bathroom because of the water shortage, and this money is supposedly being used to research on how to fix the water. Anyways, so we cut to the next scene where we see Officer Barrel, who is just another named cop who works with Officer Lockstock, and they're talking about Mr. Old Man Strong and his journey down to Urinetown. How it breaks the toughest among us, because it's a hard, cold, tumble of a journey, slapped, face, smacked with the mace, certain to the face of the sun, but down. It's a path that leads you only one place, horrible to see. I don't remember the lyrics, but it's one of the best songs in the show, and it's a banger song. Towards at the end of the song, we see Hope and Bobby, and they meet for the second time, but the first time they actually meet and actually really, really talk to each other. Bobby is still not okay with the fact his father got arrested and sent to Urinetown. Hope says everything will be fine, just follow your heart, and they sing the worst song in the show. You get no snippets of it. It sucks. Okay. Then, little Sally pops on, because I skipped one of her scenes with Officer Lockstock because nothing happens in it, but she talks to Officer Lockstock. She loves him, doesn't she, Officer Lockstock? Because it's hinted at that Bobby and Hope like each other, our main characters. Crazy. Of course, they're the main characters of the show. He's the hero of the show. She has to love him. Everybody loves Bobby Strong. What's it like, Officer Lockstock? What's what like, little Sally? Urinetown. Oh, I can't tell you that, little Sally. Why not? Because it's a secret, that's why. Its power depends on the mystery. I can't just blurt out, there is no Urinetown! We just kill people! And Officer Lockstock usually looks to the audience as he says that. No, it's gotta be oozed out slowly until it bursts forth in one, mighty whatever, moment in Act 2, with everyone singing and dancing and things like that. Oh, I get it. Blah, 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 blah. It's time for the next scene, little Sally. Little Sally runs off. He just told her that they kill people. Okay, I'm gonna sleep, and we're gonna pull up the notes for the next scene, because next scene is when things start to get real, and my computer with my notes keeps turning off, and I keep losing the plot. Okay. Next scene. The very next day, we are at public amenity number 9. Mr. McQueen, one of the lackeys who works for Cladwell, is announcing the new fee hikes, which they're going to use to go to Rio. I mean, they're using to research the water shortage. Yeah. Bobby is not okay with this and says, this is done. We're done with this. This is wrong. People shouldn't have to pay for free. We're starting a rebellion. And they sing another banger song, Look at the Sky, all the poor do, and they all join this revolution. Pennywise, who's not okay with this because they just took over her job, and also they're doing something illegal, runs to the UGC and gets to the UGC. You're in good company, the place where Mr. Cladwell works, blah, 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 blah. She informs Cladwell, hey, they're starting a revolution. The people are paying for free. What? The people are paying for free? We're gonna crush the rebellion. And Hope, his daughter, is like, no! They're just doing what they think is right. And they sing a song that's very disturbing with a bunch of metaphors about killing bunnies. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the a little bunny in my closet. Blah. What's the bunny doing in my closet for? New bunny slippers. Things like that. Very gruesome song. Okay. And they're like, we're gonna go to the Amenity and we're gonna snuff out the rebellion. And it's the end of Act 1. Well, now it's time for the song called Act 1 finale. So they arrive to Amenity number 9 to quote-unquote snuff out the rebellion. Little Sally asks, Officer Lockstock, what's happening? Well, it's the end of it's the Act 1 finale, Little Sally, where Cladwell and his gang come to snuff out the rebellion, blah, 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 blah. Snuff out the rebellion? But what about Bobby's dreams? Blah, blah, blah. This isn't a happy musical, Little Sally. There are no dreams. This may not be a happy musical, Officer Lockstock, but it's still a musical. When a little girl has been given as many lines as I have, there's still hope for... Okay, we sing the song. Look, nope, that's Follow Your Heart. I was, not Follow Your Heart. Whatever the last one. Look at the sky, okay. People are free, how could it be? They're suffering now, such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today. And they're singing about freedom. Bobby finds out that Hope is Mr. Cladwell's father and feels very betrayed. And we sing, Bobby, help, we'll turn our brains to kelp, no matter what we do, we're in a real bad stew, those cops look awful mean, like none we've ever seen, when Cladwell gives a cue, our revolution's through. Bobby, please, there's no way to appease a raging maniac, a real insane yak. He's like a speeding train caught in a hurricane, but he is in control, and he is on a roll. Cladwell's nuts with no ifs and or buts, yes, he's a real live loon, a freaking Looney Tune, and when he's done with us, he'll throw us on a bus, and for that unknown place that we all dread to face, we'll get your... No, okay, no, we're not doing that. Okay. Bobby has his gang of poor people. They're called the Poor People. Kidnap Hope. They run away. Everyone's moving real slow. That's the thing. Officer Lockstock lets us know it's the end of Act 1, and it's the end of Act 1. Okay, that was a really good description of Act 1. That was like the best description I ever... Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh, let me just take a breather. We start off with Act 2. Officer Lockstock is looking out to the audience, and he's saying the rebel poor are keeping Hope hostage in a secret hideout. What do you think it's like? Urinetown! Urinetown! Don't even ask! We're at the hideout right now. Nobody knows for sure. I got my theories. Sure, kid. Everyone's got their theories. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's the end. Swift and brutal punishment. No need now to pretend. The chapter's done and when you're hung and when they cut you down, they'll lock you up and sniff you out and call Urinetown. I am and call Urinetown, town. Dance, dance. Never do they dance. Those people down in Urinetown, they never get the blah, 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 blah. We go to Cladwell, who's really upset about his daughter being out. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my iron rule. So send your troops to all the soups and let them understand if Hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land. He's sending everyone to Urinetown if he doesn't get his daughter back. We see Bobby and his mom, Josephine Strong, doing, what is Urinetown? Urinetown's a lie! A means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not shut their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. How? Then we see little Sally sneaking around, and Officer Lockstock grabs a hold of her, and she tries to go. Where are they hiding, little Sally? Tell me and I'll see they go easy on you. Easy on me? You mean like sending me to a nice place in Urinetown? That can be arranged. Save it for their stoolies, Officer Lockstock. My heart's with the rebellion. And besides, wait, I'm already in Urinetown. We all are. Even you, me, and Urinetown. Sure. The way I see it, Urinetown isn't so much of a place as it is a metaphysical place. What is Urinetown? Urinetown is here. It's the town wherever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you asked about. For Urinetown is your town if you're hopeless down and out. And then everyone starts singing, and Officer Lockstock has a frickin' saxophone solo, and little Sally sneaks off during the thing. And then we cut back to the poor, and the poor are talking about how they'll feel better if they kill Hope, and that they want to kill Hope. And right as they're about to kill Hope, little Sally enters. Jeez, that was a close one! Little Sally, where the hell have you been? Spying near the tower, that's all. They're all holding a quorum. They want Hope back. That's it. She gets the rope. The rope? You can't just give her the rope. Why not? Because killing her would make us no better than them. Didn't you hear? We are no better than them. Okay. Then we say, look at us here, all bound up, gagged and tied, with our head full of hair. Whoa, it's a long day. And our heart full of pride. Well, boys, I've had enough of each arrogant curl. Bing, bang, boom. Let's get tough, playing rough. Snuff that girl. So they sing a song about killing Hope. That's the entire song. So at the end of the song, Bobby enters with his mother and is telling everyone we can't kill her, which is what Little Sally was trying to say, but I think because he's not a small child, I think it worked. So he tells everyone in the heat of battle, here's what freedom sounds like. Run, freedom, run, freedom, run away. And he gives his plan, which is just to have hope and have freedom. Right. So at the end of this, Penelope Pennywise comes into the amenity and is like, and not the amenity, the secret hideout, and is like, hey, Cladwell wants to talk to you, Bobby. We just want to end this peacefully. Fine, I'll go and talk to him. And he admits he has feelings for Hope and then leaves with Pennywise. Back at the UGC, Pennywise and Bobby enter to see what's his face, Cladwell, and all his lackeys, and they're yapping, and they're saying, I will give you all this money if you just tell everyone, and we can forget about all this if we just go back to the things they were. I can't do that for money. People deserve to pee for free. So, Cladwell's like, okay, send him to Urinetown. But they have your daughter, Pennywise says to Cladwell. I don't care about my daughter. Sacrifices you have to make. So Beryl and Lockstock take Bobby, and they sing a song, Why Did I Listen to That Man? Where a couple of his lackeys and Hope and Bobby are all having an existential crisis, all that jazz, and it ends with a rooftop. That's Urinetown? Death is Urinetown? Lockstock goes, that's one interpretation, and then they throw Bobby off a building. Where was I? Okay. So Bobby gets thrown off a building, and who sees this? Little Sally. We don't know that yet. So we go back to the secret hideout where Josephine Strong is freaking out because her son has not come back yet, and there's a one guy, Hot Blades Harry, who's like, if he doesn't come back, we kill the girl. That's the plan, isn't it? Rah, 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 rah. His entire character is being bloodthirsty, but I just wanted to shout him out. All of a sudden Little Sally enters and Josephine Strong is like, hey, what's up? And she's like, and she's like traumatized. Bobby, the policeman threw him off a building. What? They threw him off a building and then she sings a song. What's the song? Tell her I love. She sings this to Hope because she sings about his final words to Hope. Tell her I'll always be with her and I will see her. You get the gist. So he sings about the final works. He tells all the people, tell them the time is all they know, tell them to fight for what they know is right. Blah, 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 blah. Good song ends. So all the poor people are about to kill Hope because that's all they've wanted. All of Act 2, all their characters besides Josephine Strong and Little Sally is them wanting to kill Hope. All of a sudden Pennywise enters. Don't kill her! Kill me instead! What? Hope is my daughter, and I am her mother. Out here, Star Wars out here, am I right? Yeah, goes crazy. And Hope has been gagged this entire time, and she speaks, let's just kill him! Basically, summary, if you let Bobby's memory die with his, division, blah, 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 I will blame you. Let's go and kill my father. Everyone's like, yeah. So they sing a song about where they kill a bunch of the lackeys, like Officer Beryl, who admits his gay love for Officer Lockstock, and Senator Phipp, and a pageant queen, who are just about to go to escape to Rio, la 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 la, and we're not sorry with the lust for saving water. Man gives daughter up for dead. Play it on your strata. Okay, you get the gist. So we're at the UGC, and Hope says that she's alive to her father, and then they kill her father, and every one of the lackeys dies except Mr. McQueen. And then we get to the final song of the show, where Officer Lockstock says, Hope is singing about how she sees a river flowing for justice. She sees a river brave and true. Officer Lockstock is saying the UGC was renamed the Bobby Strong Memorial Company, I think it's called. Blah, 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 blah. She took over her father's business. Everybody gets to pee for free whenever they like, wherever they liked, blah, 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 blah. Little Sally goes, "Where did you go, Officer Lockstock? I'm keeping my head down. Because if they kill me, the show ends, and nobody wants that." It's funny because it's the last song. Of course it wasn't long, and then he says, "Of course it wasn't long until the water turned silty, brackish, and then disappeared altogether. As cruel as Caldwell B. Cladwell was, his measures effectively regulated water consumption, sparing the town of the same fate as the phantom Urinetown. Hope chose to ignore the warning signs, however, preferring to bask in the people's love for as long as it lasted." Little Sally listening to this, what kind of musical is this? This isn't a happy musical, Little Sally, but the music's so happy because there's a song going on in the background while they're yapping. And I don't think too many people are going to come see this show, Officer Lockstock. Why did you say that, Little Sally? Don't you think people want to be told their way of life is unsustainable? That and the title's awful. Can we do a happy musical next time? If there is a next time, Little Sally, then I'm sure there is. So basically, everybody dies at the end. That's the moral of the moral is, hey fam, after editing Ellie here, I just realized I missed a major point at the end. The very last bit of the show. This is your in town. Always has been your in town. This place is called your in town. Hellmouthus. Okay, all that. So basically, the moral actually is they've been in the place they've been dreading the whole time is the place they are at. Because they realize as Little Sally said in the beginning of Act 2, is you're in towns wherever people learn to live in fear. This place where they have been, it always has been Urinetown. The place they dreaded is the place they're at. Okay, back to the editing. Really crazy musical. Really fun to be in. Not fun to probably fun to perform in. Probably from an audience perspective, crazy musical. Anyways, this has been real. This has been fun. This is what you waited forever for. I'll do a happier musical next time. I just had mentioned I wanted to do Urinetown because I almost didn't do Urinetown. And then I had already mentioned twice I was doing Urinetown. So I thought I'd get it over with. I bite the bullet. We did it. Okay. Please subscribe. I'm so close to 200 subscribers. We got 40 subscribers within 10 days. And then I've been stuck in the 190s for the last week. So subscribe if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, damn. Well, thanks for watching. Bye!